This month is all about heart health, and yoga can help us with heart health in several different ways. We're going to focus today on just some very basic poses that can help us loosen up and maybe start to lower our blood pressure. We can really affect heart health by lowering our blood pressure and having good cholesterol. So we're going to focus on Warrior 1, Warrior 2, and Triangle today. So I like to line up my heel and my arch. As we get situated here, we're engaging our abductors here, all the way down through that TFL, the lateral quad. We're going to seal off the outside edge of the foot, lifting up that inner ankle, engaging all the way up through the hip adductors. So we kind of have both going on to create that stability for the hip joint. Here we've got the lateral rotators working, abduction again a little bit. We're going to bend the knees, so we're working the hamstrings a little bit, and we're grounding down, still raising that arch up though. We don't want to drop the ankle in. As we come into Warrior 1, I like to pull the toes a little bit further forward as we rotate. Now remember, you cannot square your hips in this position because you are not lined up. There's no way the hips are going to square. So we want to keep that in mind and don't force that. As we bend the front knee, nice long spine, we can raise the arms up, trying to just find our center, engage that core, pull the belly button towards the spine, and we bring the arms down. Personally, I like to pull my toes back as I transition into Warrior 2, and then we press down. So we're keeping the chest nice and open here, really working those rhomboids right between the shoulder blades. Press them down. We can gaze out over the middle finger. We want to make sure our hands are lined up. Sometimes people end up like this or like that. And then we're going to straighten the front leg and bring our hand down to our shin, and we can press our shin into our hand a little bit to help us from hyperextending our knee. And we can bring the gaze up to the hand or straight. We do want to remember, if you have high blood pressure, to use caution in some of these poses because often you will find it listed as a contraindication. So you have to take that kind of on a case-by-case basis and really pay attention to your body. So we're going to do the same thing over here. Engaging that glute, laterally rotating. Again, we're working the lateral rotators, but we're also abducting a little bit, so we have that balance of those muscles. And we're going to, I like to tuck the toes further forward, just so I can get a nice stretch in those hip flexors as we come into Warrior 1. And then as we come down into Warrior 2, pressing. So we're building some warmth, we're building some strength as we straighten the knee and then come down into Triangle. But this is also going to help decrease our stress level, which in turn is going to help us do things like lower our blood pressure.